Hello and welcome to the English podcast with Ayesh. Here, we practice English together, slowly, clearly, and step by step. Let's learn and grow your English today.
Sure. I was looking at our back catalog recently, and I realized we spend a massive amount of time on this show chasing complexity. We're always, tearing apart these dense academic papers on productivity or looking at these elaborate 12-step biohacking protocols.
Right, the classic complexity bias. It's a very human thing, actually. We trust things more if they seem hard to understand.
Exactly. We have this assumption that if a problem is big, like getting your life together.
The solution has to be big, too. It has to feel heavy. If it fits on a Post-it note, we just assume it can't possibly work.
It can't. The magic bullet has to look like a rocket ship. But today, we are flipping that bias completely on its head.
We're going simple.
Very simple. That on the surface is incredibly simple. You might just glance at it and skip it entirely.
I can hear people now. And repeating 6 simple sentences for just 2 minutes a day actually rewire your brain and change how you approach your life.
It sounds like an infomercial promise, doesn't it? Change your life in 2 minutes.
It does, but the psychology is actually pretty sound.
So let's unpack this. Not as a lesson, but as a daily English ritual.
And that word choice is absolutely crucial. Ritual.
Right. A lesson is something you sit through, you take notes, maybe you pass a test.
And then you move on. You forget it. But a ritual is something you perform. It implies maintenance. The value isn't in the information. It's in the repetition.
It starts with this very specific instruction. Listen carefully. Repeat after me. It's almost hypnotic.
It is.
It reminds me of athletes, visualizing the game in the locker room. They aren't learning how to play basketball in that moment.
No, they're grooving the neural pathways. It's cognitive rehearsal. You're preloading the behaviors you want to exhibit later in the day.
Setting the default mode for your brain.
That's it exactly.
Okay, 6 sentences. And they seem to follow a very specific narrative arc.
Right. It's not random. It starts by grounding us immediately in the physical body.
Okay, so sentence number 1. I wake up early in the morning.
So simple, right. But look at the agency there.
Yeah, it doesn't say I have to wake up early.
Which is how most of us feel. I have to get up.
That's the internal monologue for like 90% of the population.
Exactly. Have to implies you're a victim of your alarm clock or your boss. But I wake up early is an identity statement.
How so?
It's in the simple present tense. We use that for, facts and permanent states. So when you say that, you aren't just describing a one-time thing. You're claiming you are the kind of person who wakes up early.
You're claiming dominion over your time before the world rushes in. You're starting with intention, not reaction.
Precisely. And notice what isn't there. It doesn't say, I check my phone and scroll through doom and gloom news.
Or, I hit snooze 3 times and panic.
By practicing this, the learner is rehearsing a victory. They're scripting a win right at the start of the day.
I love that. You're not fighting the morning, you're defining it. Then we move straight to sentence 2. And this is where I realized it was doing something really clever.
With cause and effect.
Yeah. Sentence 2 is, I drink water and stay healthy.
This is my favorite one in the first half. It's, grammatically, it's a compound predicate. I do this action and get this result.
Psychologically, it's building a neural pathway. Because it doesn't just say, I drink water.
Right, that's just a mechanical action.
It adds, and stay healthy.
It connects the micro-habit hydration to the macro-identity of health. A lot of us drink water because we're thirsty or we know we should. It feels like a chore.
Another thing on the to-do list.
But this sentence reframes it. Every single sip becomes an act of staying healthy. It turns a biological need into a positive affirmation.
It's like that idea from James Clear, right? Habits stick when you associate them with the person you want to become.
You're not just drinking water, you are being a healthy person.
Okay.
I eat breakfast and feel energetic.
Again, input equals output. Food equals energy.
But that last part is the key. And feel energetic.
Right. How many of us skip breakfast and then complain about being tired? Or we eat a sugary donut and crash an hour later.
But more than that, it's focusing on the gain. It's not, I eat so I'm not hungry.
It's, I eat to feel energetic. It's positive reinforcement.
You're eating for performance.
So if we look at this first section 1, 2, and 3, we haven't even left the house yet.
Nope, still in the domestic sphere, strictly internal.
But in just those 3 lines, we've set up sleep discipline, hydration, health, nutrition, and energy.
It's a hierarchy of needs. It's like Maslow's pyramid. You can't be a fluent speaker or a functional human if your biological machinery is broken.
So you have to take care of the vehicle before you try to drive it.
That's a great way to put it. You can't worry about verbs if you're dehydrated and exhausted.
Okay, so the vehicle is prepped. Now we have to drive it. And this is where the ritual shifts gears.
We step out of the house and into the world.
Sentence number 4. I go to school or work on time.
And now we shift from self-care to social responsibility. We're entering the public domain.
I did notice it includes both school or work. It widens the demographic.
It does, but the crucial phrase there is on time.
On time, it feels a little, I don't know, a bit rigid, maybe old-fashioned.
I'd say discipline. It could have just said, I go to work. But by adding on time, it introduces a value system.
Reliability, respect for other people's time.
Exactly. It's interesting because punctuality is so cultural.
Oh, absolutely.
And by putting this in an English learning ritual, it's sort of embedding a specific cultural expectation. You know, in this linguistic world, we show up on time.
That's a sharp observation. Language is never just words.
It carries culture with it. Life is one where you are reliable. Chaos causes stress. Punctuality reduces it.
When you're late, you start with an apology. When you're on time, you start with presence.
Right. And that brings us to sentence number 5.
Which I think might be the most important one for social glue. I greet people politely every day.
Ah, politely. That's the modifier that changes everything.
It's not just I say hi to people, it's I greet people politely.
It's instructing on manner. It's embedding a code of conduct in a world that can feel, well, increasingly rude.
Digital communication has made us a bit blunt.
We text, we don't call, we nod, we don't speak. This is a reminder that civility is a daily practice.
And it says every day. It's not I greet people when I'm in a good mood.
Or when I want something from them.
It's a blanket policy. It takes the decision fatigue out of it.
Yeah.
You don't decide whether to be nice, you just are.
And that suggests a positive life involves positive interactions. We started with I wake up, which is very individual. Now we're at I greet people, very communal.
The circle of concern is expanding.
It is. It forces you to acknowledge the humanity of the people around you.
You know, if everyone just practiced this one sentence,
Yeah.
really internalized it, the world would be a measurably better place.
That's the power of simple language. It strips away all the noise. Be polite. Show up on time. It sounds like advice from your grandpa.
But it's really the foundation of social capital.
It is. If you do those two things, you are 90% of the way to being a good colleague and neighbor.
Okay, so we've taken care of the body. We've shown up to work. We've been nice. Now we get to the final sentence, number 6.
The metacognitive turn.
This is where it gets really interesting for me. Sentence 6 is, I enjoy learning new things every day.
I love this one. It's the perfect capstone.
Why does it stand out so much for you?
Because it's self-referential. Think about it. In the moment, the listener says this sentence, what are they doing?
They're learning the sentence.
They are learning English. They're fulfilling the prophecy as they speak it.
Whoa, I hadn't thought of it like that. So by saying, I enjoy learning, they're actively framing the difficult thing they're doing as something enjoyable.
Exactly. It's pure psychological reframing. Learning a language is hard. It's frustrating. You feel stupid half the time.
Oh, study sounds like a chore. Enjoy learning sounds like a passion. It sounds like play.
It instills what psychologists call a growth mindset. The friction of learning becomes a source of joy. And there's every day again. Curiosity isn't a mood, it's a habit.
So a positive life is one that's always expanding. If you stop learning, you stagnate.
Exactly. So look at the arc we just walked. It's a complete narrative of a successful human hidden in 6 sentences.
Agency over sleep.
Hydration and health.
Nutrition and energy.
Duty and punctuality.
Kindness and civility.
And curiosity and growth.
It really covers all the bases. Physical, social, intellectual.
It's Maslow's pyramid in 6 lines. From physiological needs all the way up to self-actualization.
Wraps this all up with a very specific methodology. It says, practice these sentences daily. Even 2 minutes every day will improve your English a lot.
Even 2 minutes. That's the sales pitch, but it's also the secret sauce.
Right. We talk about this all the time, the barrier to entry. If it said study for an hour, nobody would do it.
We're all too busy. But 2 minutes. Anyone has 2 minutes.
Right.
Well, you brush your teeth while the coffee brews.
It removes the excuse that makes it almost impossible to fail.
And it emphasizes daily. Consistency over intensity.
Which is how language acquisition works and how habit formation works.
You don't get fit by going to the gym for 9 hours once a month. You get fit doing 20 minutes every day.
And calling it a ritual really drives that home. See you in the next episode.